I'm Aaron Mehta.
And I'm Michael Marrow.
Michael, we're gathered here today to discuss the upcoming Air and Space Forces Association conference in scenic National Harbor, Maryland. There's a lot of places that we can start, but I think the best place to start is at the top. In this case, the top uniformed leader, who is General David Alvin, for at least a couple more weeks. What's going on with this?
Yeah, so just a few weeks ago, General Alvin announced in a surprise that he planned to retire. So there's a lot of questions about who will replace
hmm
him. General Alvin is scheduled to speak at this conference, but a lot of eyes are on who could possibly replace him. Now, we reported recently, too, shortly after his announced retirement, that General Ken Wilsbach, the former head of Air Combat Command, is a leading contender to replace him. But there are some questions about that.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, I've been covering this for a number of years, and I've never seen a situation where general officers had this kind of political campaigning against them so openly. So we've gotten emails and social media hits from groups, other reporters have as well, saying Will Spock is DEI pro. He's too woke. He's made these statements in the past, and that should disqualify him. None of these cases have come with an alternative candidate. And it seems like Wilsbach is at least still in the running. But from what we're hearing right now, and I should say we're recording this a couple of days before the show, uh, there's at least some concern that's causing other candidates to be looked at.
Right. So there's some reporting out there that maybe some retired Air Force generals that could be in the running. But a big problem is that the Air Force just doesn't have a really deep bench of,
Yeah.
top ranked officials who could easily step into this role.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about another top official, the top civilian official, Troy Meink, who is the
Mm.
Secretary of the Air Force. Been in place for a couple of months, but this is his first big public speech that we're going to see from him. What are you listening for?
The first is just his priorities.
Mm,
So Secretary Kendall, his predecessor, Frank Kendall, had a really kind of expansive vision. He had a lot of concrete objectives that he wanted to achieve, called
yeah.
operational imperatives. We haven't heard anything like that from Secretary Mink yet. Whether he comes to conference and promulgates something like that, that's something to keep an eye out for. But a big one too, which was started under Secretary Kendall as well, was this reoptimization
Yeah.
initiative that the Air Force called it. That's been on hold since the Air Force is needing to confirm new civilian leadership. So now we have Secretary Mink in place and Undersecretary Lohmeyer. We haven't heard any kind of updates on
Mhm.
reoptimization, so maybe this is the forum where that
All
happens.
right, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Let's talk technology. Last year at this conference, they actually brought as a surprise the two CCA designs, the Collaborative Combat Aircraft designs, to the show floor. Everyone got to go look at it. It was signed by officials. It was a whole big hubbub. Not hearing anything of that level will be on display necessarily, but what are you listening for?
Right. So definitely any updates to the CCA program.
Mm,
We had the first flight of one of those drones.
right.
General Atomics is a candidate for that. So we're still waiting on the first flight from Anduril's offering. So definitely updates in the CCA program. There's been a lot of discussion about what shape that could take in successive increments. We were supposed to have details on the second increment of
That's
collaborative
right.
combat aircraft by now, but we haven't heard that either. A lot of it probably because of budget uncertainty.
hmm
So maybe we'll get some more details about that. We also had the first flight of the second B-21
Right.
recently, so maybe some more details there. Maybe some more details about F-47 since the contract award earlier this year. That's the sixth-gen fighter jet
Yep.
that Boeing was selected to build. And maybe finally a tanker update of sorts. We saw the Air Force take a different track with
Mm.
the tanker strategy, extending the run of the KC-46. But there are still kind of questions about what the next gen looks like for tanking. And maybe those details will be discussed. Maybe they won't.
Yeah, I mean, this is the big question hovering over every conference around defense right now is that there's guidance from OSD, which says effectively, hey, we sign off on any attendees speaking at these
Right.
things. Earlier this year, we saw the AFA Winter Conference had some struggles where at that point there's a memo saying basically, hey, nobody go to anything, nobody travel.
Right.
That seems to have kind of cooled off. And the hints that we've gotten from OSD is they consider AFA to be kind of a membership organization and they're broadly supportive of that. But because of kind of how it's been going, it seems like it can be 24 hours, even less before an event. A speaker can get told not to come. That could cause certainly a lot of chaos, and that's something that we're going to be keeping an eye out for.
Right.
In the meantime, you can keep an eye out for all of our coverage on our site. We're also going to have daily wrap up videos as we usually do for this show. So you'll want to make sure that you keep an eye out for those as well. Michael will be there running our coverage. The rest of the staff will be in and out. So make sure to come say hi if you see us. I'm Aaron Mehta.
And I'm Michael Morrow.
Thanks for watching.